what you believe in. The, you have to love and cherish yourself so much and be personally empowered so much that you be willing to die for that which you have. And it's rough. And I was having a conversation when the mom was tearing up. I said, man, I don't do this job lightly. I do it because I have children in this program too. I want somebody to look at my little Rhadi and be like, nah, I'll choose somebody else. Yes. Yes, I want her to be able to line up as she does now, and I want her to be able to beat the boys and the girls. I want my son to be able to beat people who are bigger than him and have compassion for those who are smaller than he is. I want to teach all of it, because all those things fall under the umbrella of self-defense. I just think that we're lacking on what self-defense is. Self-defense is not a palm strike or a groin strike or a jab or a hook. And let me tell you this, ladies, please understand this. Please understand, all right? Men and women are not the same, all right? Let's get this out of the way. Well, I believe it. Okay, yeah, got it. Not true, all right? That's why there's different categories, different weight classes, and I tell people all the time, more often than not, you have never seen a man who was really trying to hurt a woman hurt her. It's like if you look at a grizzly bear, when they grab a human being and it just goes, that is what it looks like, okay? That is exactly what it looks like. You can create yourself or push yourself into a space that you can start chipping away at the population of men who can handle you or beat you. You can through training. I'm telling you right now, outside of being able to hit some of the heavier women in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and knock them out if I could, there's no way I can beat some of them. I cannot. They're in a special population. They have done the training 15, 20, 25 years in sports, some of them in Judo, to the point where I cannot beat them. I even use somebody as an example. Let's use double Olympic gold medalist Kayla Harrison. Can I beat Kayla Harrison? Yeah. Would I want to fight Kayla Harrison? No. It's not, listen, it's not worth the trouble. Like the way that I would look after fighting Kayla Harrison would not be worth the trouble. Unless I hit her with one hitter quitter, it's not worth the trouble. Now, the question is, to my parents who are watching, who have daughters, do you want to train your daughter to be like that? Or do you want to put them in dance and gymnastics and those other things? Those things aren't bad either. But you can do that and the martial arts. What I'm telling you is you have an option or opportunity to put your kids in a space or a place where they can chip away at the population of men who can actually do any type of damage to them through proper training. I'm telling you. So they don't look like that antelope in the herd. Men too. You listen, man, you have sons that you know need to be in the martial arts. I've had people come to me and say, "Oh, my kid's getting bullied." And I ask the question. And people don't want to ask this. Some people get too politically correct, all right? And I don't walk around trying to be politically incorrect or politically insensitive. But when you sit down in my dojo, in my space, we need to have a real conversation. And I ask the parents, would you walk up to me and would you slap me? And they say no, and I say why? And they have this laundry list of reasons. And I said, now let's look at the inverse of this. What is creating a situation where these children in this school feel that they can walk up to your son and slap your son? I said, because there's some kids in the school that they're not going to slap. No matter how big, how small, how little, they're just not going to do it at all. So what makes these children feel like they can just slap your son. And they start, well, the kids are mean. No, 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 no. Let's go back to this whole thing again. Would you walk in here and would you slap me in the face? Yes or no? No. Why? They have the laundry list of reasons. Let's look at the inverse. Don't tell me your kid is getting bullied. Answer the question. Why do these children feel like they can slap your child in the face? And they start thinking about it. And I say, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, let's understand this here. Whatever's happening to your child is not your fault. It's not little Johnny's fault. I said, but it is your responsibility. I said, and there's a lot of ways you could fix it. You can go to the principal. You could tell little Johnny that the children are mean. You could bring them in here to martial arts. You could do all those things. Or you can work right now on creating a situation where your little Johnny doesn't look like prey. And no, listen, I got it. When my child's 8, 9, I've had homosexuals in my dojo, no problem. I also had a student who I had to help her come out to her father. Yes, because that's the stuff we do in this space when you teach martial arts, okay? I had a student tell me, well, my son's, I think my son's homosexual, so they're picking on my son because my son is homosexual. Listen, I have plenty homosexual friends. I have plenty that I went to school at Howard, and I played football with some of them. And I'm telling you right now, I would not have picked on them, and nobody on campus did either. All right? Because let me tell you something. Let me be clear about this. Everybody's presentation, okay? Everybody's presentation lets you know if they are a predator or if they are a prey. And their sexual orientation has nothing to do with how they present. The key is making sure that you present so that you don't look like prey. This lesson is the lesson that needs to be taught on the self-defense side. Before you teach anything, a fall, a throw, a choke, a strike, anything, the personal empowerment side. I have to go today because I have to go in my house and I have to get some things done. As I said this morning at the beginning, I went to church this morning because there's a spiritual empowerment piece that has to be attended to. There's a physical empowerment piece that has to be attended to from the spiritual side. There's a cognitive empowerment piece that has to be attended to from what you watch, what you read, that what you take in. And you have to learn how to empower yourself and how to empower others. Listen, to everybody who's watching, please share if it's something that you would be interested in sharing. And please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't do ordinary stuff, man, and expect extraordinary stuff to happen. Don't do ordinary stuff and expect extraordinary stuff to happen. Take care, and I love you. But remember, God loves you best.